We're live.
Make sure this is off. Welcome everyone to the March 31st business meeting of the City of Smith Center. Like everybody's here with Tabitha. Have everybody had a chance to read the March 9th business meeting minutes?
Yes, sir.
Are there any additions or corrections to March 9th minutes?
No, sir.
Nope. If not, I need a motion to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
You got it figured out who?
Yep.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Your receipts and vouchers, are they in order?
Yes.
Questions on any of them? I need a motion to approve the receipts and vouchers. Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. In a previous and ongoing business, we had the understate storage policy.
So at the last meeting, you guys had wanted more information about it. This is a policy. I got the email back from Melissa and let's get to it here. This is something that we took over from Trisha's agency in 2018. It is something that our current insurance does not cover, the underground storage. We have to apply for it first. That's why there wasn't a price on it. And then once we submit the application, then she will give us the amount of what it would cost to renew.
It's not just 176.
That's what it was last year, but she won't know for certain until we actually,
I think it has to do with if there's a spill underground. That's what that's for.
You need a motion to submit the
Yes.
application.
Okay.
I would make that motion.
Need a second for that motion.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to submit the insurance application. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. We'll talk about the storage containers later on in the business meeting. We're going to get through most of this before we start in that. Under new business, I talked with an individual today, took him around to show him the roadside Old Mill Airport golf course to do cleaning. By the next meeting, they're going to have a bid for us to do that. I don't
To do
know
what?
Cleaning
Oh,
for airport golf course, roadside and Old Mill. What else was there?
fire department
Oh, yeah, firehouse,
and possible police department.
also police department. So we should have a bid in our hands next meeting. Anybody else have anything to bring up new business? We're going to go into our department and committee reports. Rick, you may be first. Do you have anything to bring before the council?
so our sewer pump's down again at the golf course, at the sewer ponds. It's a brand new one. We just put it in 10 days ago. It's got this crazy buildup on it. I don't know. I got a sample. I'm gonna send it in. We had this happen 5 or 6 years ago. I went in and drained that pit out there and power washed it all down and sucked it all out, cleaned it all up, and I don't know what it is, but I don't think it affected the motor. It builds up like a yellowish sand, just turns harder than heck. I just used muriatic acid, it just eats it right off. But this happened one other time and don't know what it is, so.
They gonna stay in that pump or they gonna?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It still runs. It was just restricted.
No.
the amps were still good on it, the gallons per minute weren't. So I brought it in today and I tore it all apart and it's just, the whole impeller and everything just full of that crap. So I got it soaking in acid right now. They came and got pictures of the JCB backhoe and the tree spade today. It'll be a couple weeks. They'll let us know when it's gonna be on auction. I don't know whether you wanna put a minimum on that backhoe or just let it go or what you wanna do. He asked me, I said, well, I think we probably do. I don't think we wanna let it go for 15 grand.
No, we just put a bunch of money in.
We just put a bunch of money in it. We could have traded it off for 25, so.
So, oh, if we could have traded it for 25, we ought to have our minimum at least 25.
Or 30.
I think it'll bring it, but I think we should reserve it for at least 25. I mean, if that's a trade value, then that's my opinion.
Lee?
I would go higher than that. You can always come down.
Not after you start it.
Well, true. but
Not on
we
an
just
auction,
paid
you can't.
$50
50
cents.
cents.
That's what I thought they said.
Holy cow.
Is that
How
what's
much
with
we just
Purple
put
Wave?
in that?
Is it with Purple Wave or is it with?
No, it's Jones's auction.
I'm not sure, but I know it was a
Okay.
lot. I was only close. I was only there for the second half of
Tumbleweed
it.
You just
or
tell
something?
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
tumbleweed.
what it
It
is.
was a chunk.
I didn't have any idea.
We're gonna lose on it. but
I can,
We lost before
We already lost.
It's just how much you're gonna lose.
I can see how much we spent to repair it and see if that
It
justifies
was a
any
bunch.
expense.
That's beside the point.
Yeah.
It's worth what it's worth regardless.
Oh, 15 and 7, 3,
Yeah.
25,000, 22,000, I don't know.
And part of that's just the cost of owning a piece of equipment. I mean,
That it is.
Yeah, so that's 25.
we want to get rid of it. If it doesn't bring what reserve is, and maybe farther behind people.
Set it at 25.
You know, on a John Deere hoe or air seeder, you know, if that thing was free, it'd still be expensive.
Yeah.
Right, keeping up, keeping up,
right.
keeping navigate. Somebody make a motion to put a reserve on it.
I'm gonna make that motion, 25,000.
Second.
Moved, seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Put a reserve 25.
Okay.
I saw it.
I think that's all I got.
I see a bid in here for Meyer seating and fencing. Is this what we talked about the other day? This is at the pool.
Yep,
I didn't quite think it'd be that bitter, but
most of that cost is gonna be for the seed you're putting in. That's expensive.
everybody see that bid from Meyer fencing for a total of $4,438.31. I had Rick look this up the other day and get this guy to do that. If you guys want to look at it, didn't realize it'd be quite some stiff.
Or if we get a bid for Bermuda.
You gonna call a guy and ask him if Bermuda's cheaper?
Sure.
The only thing about Bermuda is the maintenance of it.
Make a what?
The maintenance of it.
Oh, well, it's gonna control its own weeds a lot better than Buffalo does.
I agree.
I don't know anything about Bermuda. Take a lot of water to get it going or,
Oh, to get it going, now that I don't know. I mean, but once it gets going,
'cause
it's
we
gone.
have, we
It'll
have,
go right outside the
yeah.
building.
I know people that plug it all the time, so I'll get a price.
Anybody else have anything for Rick? Everett.
Did they get that door on out there at the?
We haven't got it yet.
It's not in yet? Okay. That's all I got.
Everett and Rick reminded me, I was at the golf course today. There's curb damage on the south side of the clubhouse. You gotta figure out how to take that and stair step that curb to make either a two-step out of it.
Okay,
You can just cut it out and reform it back and maybe make two steps out of that thing instead of just one big one.
where they can drive into the building instead of just knocking the curb out.
Well, do you want it that way?
Yeah.
You do? Well, then,
That's what it's for, because if it wouldn't have been there like that, they'd have drove into the building instead of knocking that piece of curb out with their car.
okay. Well, then let's get some curb back in it.
We'll fix the curb, but
Okay.
Been that way for a couple of years.
Jamie, you have anything to bring before the council? I guess
Just an update, I went and got certified as a law enforcement firearms instructor and completed that. And so now I'm qualified for range master and a lot more accountability and, just covering our butts when it comes to documenting qualification and any range training.
Okay.
Good deal.
Anybody got anything for Josh? No, I don't. Okay. Brittany, do you have anything to bring before the council?
I've got a couple of things. First off, we were at KRWA last week. Melissa and I went to the water conference. And while we were there, we got to talk to the Kansas Water Office as well as Wilson and Company. And we found out that we were awarded the 2026 HB 2302 grant for loan assistance. So the initial loan that we received for the lagoon, they paid off 90% of our balance of 143,582.47. So we just have a small amount left for the lagoons.
Nice.
But
They paid $143,000.
Jill had applied for that in early 2025, and we just found out last week that we were one of like 7 counties that got chosen for it. So
that's awesome.
very cool. I also talked to Jordan Jones about the electrical at the pool.
Yeah.
He said he is needing some plans, someone to tell him what lights to put up. He said the original blueprint that he has is not updated, so he needs to get with someone on what the next steps are, but he's ready to get going.
You know, I don't know. I mean, I can, what do you guys want, LED lights in there?
Yeah.
Right, just get some, we'll go in there and look, okay?
well, let's just put a light on all 20 of the ceiling fans and it'll be perfect.
We're not putting ceiling fans even in there. We'll just get him over there, we'll
Yeah,
get it figured out.
Yeah,
it won't take long.
No.
All right.
And then the last thing that I had was Mark has been gone for almost 2 months now. We have just been kind of taking turns cleaning around here. It's as much as we can during our 8 to 5. I was asking for approval if you guys cared if we came in and accrued comp time to an hour a day or something to deep clean in here, do the bathrooms upstairs, stuff like that, until Mark can get back. That way we won't have to worry about anything.
I don't have any problem with it.
Council?
And thank you.
Opinion?
Thank you, whoever's doing it.
I need a motion to put that in comp time in the minutes.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded to allow the comp time for the cleaning of the city hall building. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
And I just remembered one thing. Did you get my voicemail yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I'll try to get that this week.
super, thank you. We just have folks that eat lunch in here every day, and they've been washing their dishes by hand, so.
Well, that dishwasher, I will tell you, me and Marcus fixed that 3 or 4 times.
That's what he
There's
said.
one part, there's a solenoid on there. It's $800 every time it goes bad. So I don't know what you guys want me to do, but, and they won't stand it. They won't. I mean, they won't.
There's no
worry it.
warrant.
Sounds like
What's the solenoid do?
It kicks the water on for automatic to wash.
What's a new dishwasher?
It's a big one. I mean, it's
It
a,
better be.
but we put 2 or 3 on it, I think, did Mark.
Yeah, he said that you guys have done it consistently.
And
that is really,
I don't know if we
that
want to
piece of
look
equipment.
about maybe purchasing a new dishwasher or a different dishwasher or maybe a used one. Because it gets used a lot, I think. Lloyd Mark,
Yeah, I can contact the Northwest, the group that comes in here. They could possibly be willing to pay for half. And I know that they've helped purchase things down here before,
we
so
might
if we
want to look into that.
let them know, like, maybe instead of fixing it, we'll just replace it if we can get that cost shared.
I think that outfit's out of Hayes. I've contacted that guy how many times, and he's I've tried to get warranty and he won't do it.
He just wants his $800.
Yep.
And then
We'll
that's
look
all I
into
have.
that.
Okay. Is that all, Brett?
Yes.
Yeah, Don, you have anything?
No.
Chris?
No.
No.
Thank you. Melissa, do you have anything burning for the council?
Not right now.
Eric, you have anything? Melissa?
Nope.
Ty?
No, I'm good.
Tracy?
No.
Chris? Don?
No.
Okay. That it concludes our executive session stuff.
We have
We
Scott for ED.
Yeah, we need to get this stuff.
I got those minutes just very last minute, added them into the back of the packet, so.
Scott, you may have the floor for economic development.
Wonderful. Okay, we've got a commercial revitalization grant for Sherelle Peterson for down here on Main Street, adding a awning above her business for 205 South Main for a total dollar value of $1,896.25. You would approve that?
All your documentation in order on it.
It was.
Council, you want to discuss it? Comments, council?
I'm fine with it.
Need a motion to approve the 1896.25.
Move.
Second.
Moved, seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
We have a residential revitalization grant for Jamie Ism there on Highway 805 North Main for up to $3,000, tearing down his existing garages and putting up a more modern steel building to meet his storage needs. So that'll be up there on the highway. $3,000.
All the documentation, right?
All it was in order, and obviously the building was, well over 10,000, so it's, very nice building.
Comments, council?
No.
Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved, seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, we have a revolving loan fund application for Huffman floor covering to cover the balance of his window installation, as we can all see what's going on there on Main Street. He had insurance cover part of it. He did apply for a grant earlier this year. He's asking for a loan for the balance. So obviously this will be a completely reimbursable normal loan that we give out for $18,000 to cover the rest. So everybody knows the approximate cost on his storefront was around, I think, $28,000 total. If somebody wants to know what a modern storefront in Smith Center is.
Wow.
So
On this, how many year note are you looking at?
this is a 5-year. He's expecting him paid for it in advance of that 5 years. It's in the application itself, but so it'd be interest-free for the first 24 months as normal, 5% after that, but with a schedule of a 5-year balance payment.
Okay.
Yes,
All your documentation on order?
it was,
Is
yes.
there any mortgage requirements on that?
Like a lien against the property.
Yeah.
It was not discussed, considering how long the business has been in effect.
That's your
But if-
call, I don't know.
If the council wants to, we can put one on there.
Buy your customer, not your nose. That's what I always did.
I mean, they've been around quite a while. So.
It's right, your customer, not the nose.
He did have finance available to him.
Yeah.
This was a much more, this was a better opportunity for him as far as interest-wise
Yeah.
and how his payment, so.
Any more questions, Councilman,
No.
other than what I had? Any questions for Scott? I need a motion to approve.
I make that motion.
Second. Moved, seconded to approve the revolving loan fund for the Huffman floor covering. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Approve script application submitted by USD 237 for an RN position for up to $5,000. Again, these script funds come in outside. This is not part of the tax, so we funnel the money through economic development. So this is one of the applications that the district is applying for to bring in somebody from outside the county. Possibly, if they get the qualified candidate, $5,000. Does that make sense?
Just like always, I'd make that motion.
Second.
Been moved, seconded to provide the script, honey, whatever you pronounce it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, the next one is for the school district as well. This is utilizing the new workforce recruitment grant that we came up with last fall through economic development. This is essentially trying to get and retain new employees within the city. So USD 237 has applied for 4 positions for RN nurse, bus driver, maintenance, and food service cook. They would have to meet the requirements of the full contract period or the full term service requirements to get either the $500 bonus for a part-time employee or a $1,500 bonus for a full-time employee for an entire contract period. So they are trying to use this new program, First Ones, applying for 4 positions. That doesn't mean they're going to get 4 positions, but
So you want us to approve up to 4?
up to 4 positions, yes.
Understand that, Council?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Been moved, seconded to approve up to 4 positions for the school board. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So hopefully that'll help them out with their cooks and maintenance that they've been, trying to get for years. Accept a 2026 estimate submitted by Everly Studios in an amount of $32,575 to open the Choose Smith County marketing the Choose Smith County marketing campaign proposals. So of that 32,000, we have reimbursements of 15,000 already. So the county's doing 10, the hospital's doing 5. So those funds will be coming back to economic development. This is the total contract value, and that's what we have to get approved to approve the contract, but we have reimbursements for 15,000. So the actual cost to economic development is $15,000. So that's,
Be 17,575.
yes, exactly. But we need you to approve the total dollar value for that contract.
How long is the contract for?
This is a 12-month contract that includes everything from Facebook marketing, videos, advertising. They have tracking that tracks it. Thousands of people all the way from New York to California that are viewing Choose Smith County and trying to get people. At the same time, we're evaluating that tracking and what we're going to see. This is the 3rd year. The first 2 years, there was a major grant the first year that paid for almost all of it. Last year was sort of building on that. The next year, part of this contract is including a job board. that will be built out as part of this contract, that any of the businesses within Smith Center or the county of Smith Center can put on that job board free of charge. So that's an additional point too, because jobs are gonna bring people in and fill houses. So that's part of their contract, but again, emails, marketing, all kinds of stuff that goes with that.
Council comments? My comment is at least glad somebody's stepping up and paying for this. Paying almost half of it.
Scott, I've watched some of those videos and they're top notch, very professional. Makes you feel pretty proud of the community we live in the county, but when you come down to the brass tacks, does the ED feel that it is adding value to the community? Is it actually doing what we want it to do?
We are diligently making sure that these dollars are going to be providing value. It is hard to track at this time. This has these many dollars brought in this many people or this many. It's one of those things. It's hard to put a number on. I know there's counties around us that are putting a lot more into it than what we are. It is hard to put a number on it, but we are looking at the statistics every time they send them to them and trying to evaluate, are we getting a bang for our buck here? We believe the addition of the job board is really going to add traffic to the website as well as, and that's where we're really going to know is I found a job on here, it came a click, and then it came a job, and then it came an apartment, or it came a house. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only way, real proof.
Yeah.
There are counties around here that have done financial investigations into this. Some of them are up to $24,000 to $25,000 investing to get a certain number of families in town. And it takes 2 to 3 years to even evaluate whether that was accomplished. So I wish I had a hard and fast number and said, yes, this is making sense.
That's a hard number to gauge.
It is.
It's just a lot of money for us, and I want to make sure it's.
If there wasn't $15,000 being contributed,
Yeah.
I don't know if this
Right.
would be,
Right.
yeah.
But not to take away from what they've done, because it's top notch.
They have requirements they have to hit. It's, I think, 8 to 10 posts or 8 to 12 posts per month they have to do. They have so many videos they have to make a year. They have so much content they're required to get, emails, marketing. And it's obviously, we see them because we're in Smith Center, but the purpose is to get the word out outside of Smith Center. And I think the job board on that website would be critical coming up.
Any more comments, council? I think, I'm just happy somebody else is helping us out.
Yep.
Instead of throwing everything on us. That's my comments, but.
Even though, I will say, even though it's economic development, we're still waiting to hope maybe here, obviously, because this is a county-wide program, we tried to reach out to some, Kensington and so on. They don't have as many businesses and they have struggled trying to come up with some dollars to help us even farther. This is as far as we got, and this was over a period of multiple months we were evaluating this contract, so.
Good job, Scott. I'll recommend council that we do this in cooperation with the county and hospital.
I agree.
Somebody want to make a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
All right, we'll get just a few more, hopefully a little less tongue language here. The new construction housing program we're trying to get implemented. We need to hire a lawyer to go over some of the language. This program is going to be in coordination with the Innovation Center program, where you can get like $50-some thousand in funds to build a new house. We're gonna have funds, but part of their program is to have matching funds locally. So it works very well with their program, but in order to move our program forward, we need to hire somebody to confirm official language, including, loan documents, everything, so cities somehow protect it.
Have you asked Tabitha?
She doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to?
No. She said you need to hire somebody smarter than me, something along those lines. I think it's very field specific sort of a thing. And we're gonna have the guidance of their entire program, their applications, their things, but we can't copy them verbatim. So we're gonna borrow 95% of it, have a lawyer look at it, finish it up for us and obviously we can go through a quoting process first and get the quotes approved by you guys. We're not just gonna say, hey, go do this.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to vote to move forward with us getting quotes or up to a certain dollar. I don't know how that works.
I wouldn't know what dollar to put on.
I have
it.
no
I'd just
idea.
have you get
I don't.
quotes, is what I would think.
I don't know if it's they look at it once and it's $1,200 or they got to review it 5 times and I don't know.
You know any attorneys that's actually looked at anything like this?
I don't know any at all other than Ted.
And the people that you're working with out here, do they have anybody that they use?
I'm sure that we could ask the Innovation Center who their attorney is, so we can hire them independently.
Well, either ask the Innovation Center or contact the league and see if they have anybody that does this on a regular basis.
It's not like we're heading into a lawsuit or something. It's
No.
just contract language only is what we need somebody to review.
I would think we ought to be able to find that somewhere reasonable.
Reasonable, I would think.
But the League of Municipalities would have probably someone that they could recommend that does this.
Do you want to give a max value, and if we go over that, then we have to come back?
Well, we just need to contact the league and then contact anybody that they'd recommend and then see what it's gonna take.
Okay,
Bring it back.
we'll bring a cost back.
Right, cool.
Yeah, we'll bring a quote back, okay. We voted to remove Dana Peterson from the Heritage Townhomes bank account.
Okay, do we need to approve that?
Yes,
We need a motion to remove Dana from the Heritage Townhome Bank account. Need a motion?
So moved.
Need a second?
Second.
Moving seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
I think we added you on last time, but we didn't take her off, and that's what we're following those steps. We're gonna send Valerie to the Hanson Community Forum. Maximum of like a couple $100 here. I think it's in Hayes. It's development training for the information training from the Innovation Center. It's mainly travel cost expenses and mileage. Any issues there? No,
No,
couple $100.
yeah. She's entitled to travel reimbursement.
Yeah. And then last was removing Dana Peterson from the recruitment committee, as her contract period that we had with her is up, and she's no longer required to be on that committee. So
Need a motion to remove her from the recruitment committee.
So moved.
Moved seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Right.
And you need a meal reimbursement for 8313?
No, because while you were gone, your other committee here had voted to, we're gonna stop voting on these things, and that's just a standard cost item now. So,
Okay,
and my guess is they might even already have a check ready for me.
all right, thank you. Yeah, the only other thing I picked up in your minutes is the old hospital project. Going to have a meeting on April 17th. Is that when
Is that the shovel in the ground?
our groundbreaking?
It might be,
Yes, I think that's when they're coming to
They've
show the funds.
got access, yes, they've got, getting access to their funds at that time.
Yep.
And I think I'm probably update you, but I heard the plan has changed from like 6 at a time to they're going to do the whole thing at once now. And I think that's because the contracts have been, by the time they got these funds, so the end date on that contract, or else they have to turn it back over. It's kind of got pushed down, so now they're gonna go at everything all at once, so. Nothing to vote on there, but yeah.
Yeah.
Good info.
Scott, one thing I noticed, Stuart Schmidt's proposal
Stuart Schmidt's
for
proposal.
the Choose Smith County website, did that have to be approved by us first? Because I see Dana said it required city process for the request of proposals.
That was not one of the proposals that we had. That came in after the fact, 2 minutes, too late to,
Okay.
we are going to review that as a possible alternate for next year. That is not, wasn't possible for consideration.
Okay.
So, yeah, we need to be fair. Dana pointed out that obviously if there's a bidding process going, that we need to have it opened up to multiple of these agencies. So he kind of came in at the last second, made an interesting proposal, but I mean, there was not a fair process that everybody would have went through, so we couldn't have looked at it.
Thanks.
Pretty similar in cost, though, just so you guys have an idea if, looking at this next year, them and they're really within a couple thousand of each other in total, so.
Anybody have anything else for Scott?
Nope.
Yes.
Scott, on the workforce grant that the school's taking advantage of, is there a stipulation of term minimums?
We looked into some of that contract language because of what full-term was and what full-time was. Because obviously bus drivers only going to have so many hours in a week, but maintenance people would be more, cooks might be more. And then whether a 9-month period is considered a full contract or term or not. From what research we did, yes, as long as they meet a contract term of the entire school year, that we agreed as a group that it would qualify for the full year reimbursement, because they'd have to be hired full term the entire 9 months.
So the payout is received after the.
After, yes, it is. So that's only, it's a bonus opportunity that they can present their candidates at the time.
Sure.
Stay with us, keep with us, and obviously that's open to now any business within Smith Center. These programs are available.
So is the intent of the school to use that as a incentive to the potential employee to bring them in?
Yes, yes.
So wouldn't that be a better tool if it's a game of risk, but if that person were to come on board, get them to come on board up front instead of waiting until after the 12 months?
No, they have to prove that they met that whole thing.
But you don't
If we gave them that $1,500 up front, they quit 3 weeks in.
agree totally.
Okay, maybe I'm not understanding the question.
Well, when is the school, or when will the employee receive the funds?
Oh, the releasement of the funds is, for a normal job, is released, we start the process at the 11-month mark, so they receive it exactly at the 12-month mark. For the school district, we would probably be releasing it at the, whatever, 8-month mark, so that they would appropriately receive it by the end of their contract period.
I don't disagree with that, but at the same time, I'm thinking if I had a candidate that I was trying to recruit to get on board, those funds up front would be an incentive to get them to come in on the front end instead of the back end. You know what I'm saying?
It's sort of getting them to keep stay the
Yeah.
entire time.
Yeah, I get it. It's
Used as a signing bonus.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't disagree with what you're doing. I think that's.
I mean,
the
so
same-
that's kind of where like the script funds
Yeah.
is an alternate, but the thing is, the script brings stuff, that those much larger funds are provided by a grant that are to get people to come in from outside of the required area, like out of county,
Yeah.
where obviously we cannot offer that sort of dollar value if you're just hiring.
I don't know how the right way would be to approach it, but just from the outside looking in, it would almost appear to me that like Bryce mentioned, a sign-on bonus up on the front end would be an incentive to get them to come on board, because if they've already stayed 12 months, they're probably gonna stay anyway. But if they don't stay after 2 weeks, you know,
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
you'd lose out on.
unless you put the liability on, unless
You've
you,
lost your leverage.
right, unless you
Yeah,
put the
you lose all your
liability on the employer at that point. Okay, I was just throwing that out there. I don't disagree.
I don't know if they can alternate provide an alternate with their own funds in
Right,
some way.
right.
Or their own pay strategy there. It's, hey, I'll give you 2 months up front if you, I don't know.
I was just throwing it out there.
50/50, Chris.
Right.
50 upfront, 50
I don't want to muddy the water. I was just thinking,
I understand now.
on the
I
front side,
understand
it's
your
a
point
more of an
now.
incentive
Yeah.
than after I've been here for a year and here's a check out.
You get half now, half later. It's a, I mean,
Anyway, it's,
it's interesting concept.
all these are new ideas. It's all good.
Well, yeah, I mean, the program's only been
Yeah.
in concept for 5 months, and this is the first one to try it, so
Yeah, let's-
we're gonna break new ground here.
It's not broke.
Well, the school has given bonuses before.
They have, can you find out how do I get one of them with the?
Tell me how I get it. Us, we didn't get one.
Yeah.
New guy gets a $5,000 bonus.
Yeah.
For you, it's not bonus, it's severance pay.
Yeah, I may accept that.
You get a Timex, Wick.
Yeah, they give us a clock, they give us a clock and a gold. That's true.
Before we go on, that concludes all of our business reports. We have on our agenda to talk about a possible amendment to our storage container ordinances. Thanks, Phyllis. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Ryan.
This ordinance that's in our minutes, is this something new or is this what we have?
That is the new verbiage that Tabitha provided me this, yesterday afternoon, with making the changes to allow the temporary use of the permit, or with a permit and a fee associated to it. This would,
Can we amend an ordinance without completely redoing it?
Oh, yeah.
We can.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't I say something about that? She said, can't do it.
No, I don't think so. And
this one has already been this is the, 937 was the third amendment to this.
This is the third amendment.
So this would be 1053, this would be the fourth amendment since 2004.
Well, I see this, it shows that it's not legal and residential is what it says.
Yes.
But down here on section 3, the exemptions,
But only if it is provided, that is for using special sales of merchandise, tractor trailer units, and it is not to exceed for 5 days if it's commercially used.
now how's a storage unit used for 5 days?
That's just for like tractor trailer units, like any other type of movable unit to,
No.
Freight tool sale.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Well, I was thinking that the storage units would be used on commercial property. Because when I went up to the county assessor's office, if we have them put a building permit on them, they pick that up as personal property at the courthouse. So they're billed, and they said their valuation on a county level is probably $120 a year. But that's divided out between all the entities that bill it, so we'd get a fair amount of that ourselves. Probably 40% of it. So I think it's in consideration if we're going to allow commercial property to have it or anything else, it will wind up on the tax rolls.
Melissa, do you have something?
I have no idea.
Well, this is what.
That's never
talking to
been
the ladies.
brought, as far as I know.
But that's considered personal property. But this is my opinion, I think we ought to not allow it in residential, but if we do allow it in residential, it's kind of like we do our chicken coops. They're out of sight and out of mind. You know, and then make them have them in a permanent facility, so if they have it on a concrete slab and have a building permit on it, they will pick it up at the courthouse and bill them and tax them on it. It's not a freebie. But if we put it out of sight, out of mind, like a chicken coop, cover it, whatever, I'd be in favor of that. Commercial property, if they can generate money with it, same thing. It's on the tax roll. Let them have it.
I would think the one in the residential area, you would want a little bit of approval, maybe from the council or something, because like I wouldn't want somebody to
I agree.
put one right up against the street in the back fence that all the neighbors gotta drive by every day. And if, I like what you said, out of sight, out of mind, you know, if it's, I'll be honest with you guys. Lyle come and grabbed me and we went and looked at the one at the VFW. I've been to the VFW eating lamb fries for how many times? I never seen it there. I about ran into it before I seen it. I mean, it fits a purpose there. So I think we try and find a way to get along in a situation like that.
Well, and that's what I'm thinking is, you know, if we do approve these, we maybe ought to do it on a per use or per unit basis, how they're gonna put it in place and put it in use so it meets the approval of kind of out of sight, out of mind, instead of just saying, well, we can just throw one side on it and be good to go.
Right.
I just thinking that, you know, I'm looking at it from the city standpoint, we don't need an eyesore, but then again, we need to have it taxable, so if somebody don't want to pay the taxes on it, well, that's their choice, they won't put one in, but if they do put one in, we're not gonna let it into the city for free. So it does pay into the tax.
I would have to look into see how much does the city actually get from the taxes that are.
Well, I was
through the
thinking that
county.
through the county, what is the total county, 173 mills, 170, or
That I'm not
275
positive, yeah.
mills? And we're 12 million out of 73 million. So per dollar, we'll probably get, geez, 73. Trying to figure it out. We're 85 out of 275, so that's about a third.
Okay.
So we'll probably get roughly a third of that money between the school district and the county, and how it all divides out. And if it's $120, you get $40 a year. Something like that.
in the ordinance that Tabitha has created, which, I mean, it's, the temporary use permit, she has $20 a month in there. So that would be more cost effective for the city than trying to accrue it through the county, because that would be direct income to the city. And maybe instead of just having it a temporary use permit, but just a special use permit.
Well, if you have it as temporary or permanent, you can do either one. We'll get it temporary directly. And then if somebody doesn't want to do it permanent, well, it comes through the county. I don't know, I think that's the way I would lean, but you guys need to make the decision, and we need to get the verbiage to kind of reflect that.
And Bryce, after the last meeting, we had a couple people come in that did move them.
Yes.
So just so you know that you had people already moved them because that's what they thought they were supposed to do.
That's what our ordinance said.
Yeah.
Well, that's what our current one does say,
Yeah.
yes.
So the ones that moved them, which were, I moved mine. And if you change the ordinance, there's a cost to moving that. Is there any consideration with that?
Yeah,
I mean,
still on you.
well, we'll discuss other things that here coming up too. I guess continue on.
We would like to be accommodating for the people that can use them and make money with them.
Sure.
Well, that's my point of view. But we don't just necessarily want them in residential district that's an eyesore. I consider them an eyesore. But if you treat them like the chicken coop, where you take them behind the street, and cover it or whatever, and make it look right or not look like a storage container,
Well,
then I'm not opposed to that either.
I know I had 4 of them in the industrial park. And I'm not complaining about my neighbors at all. But directly on the property line, which is on a plotted street that was never been opened, directly across from my containers that can be an eyesore, there's probably 300 used tires piled.
Yeah.
So there's always gray area with everything. Mine moved out and done. Water on the bridge. But the letter I received, stating that $500 a day fine per container if they weren't moved. One of my containers has been there since 2002, before the ordinance to begin with. I moved it, and the other 3.
Where were your containers?
Up there,
Right east of McCartney's building by Darla's old place.
He's got storage sheds up there.
yeah, I have a storage building and I built that building in 2001. And there's a city gravel street, supposed to be gravel. I have put the entire amount of rock and gravel on it since 2001. The city has never put any on it. The city has not once pushed snow down that street.
Are you talking White Rock?
No, it's
Union.
Union. It's just over beside.
It's a plotted street, but it is.
It's between Sham and the old blue building that was my brother's shop years ago.
Well, that's what I bought. That's.
Yeah, exactly.
Skip over there. Yeah.
All right.
I sold.
That's not once in 25 years have I had the city do any maintenance of any kind. I've done that. And I was told to move my containers. I did. Then I get a letter saying I can pay $2,000 a day if I don't move them. I felt was inappropriate. My question is, myself, I only have that building in the city limits as any business. Now, I've received nothing for property tax, which is, let's see. That was over 25 years, it's $25,294.03. You know, you council member, do you get snow pushed before your houses and the streets worked on? Do you or don't you?
Of course we do.
Okay, should that building remain there, or should I just take it away too?
And we've talked about that up in that area where that, none of those streets on the inner part of that has been
And,
opened up to maintain. And we've been considering that.
but look at my point of view. All right, we had Scott here with economic development, trying to bring people to town. What have I received for my $25,000 tax money? You know, I moved the containers, that's on me, whatever, and it appears you're gonna make a decision to accept some of them. That's your deal. But I guess I need to know, do you want the building gone or not? Because I'm not gonna pay another $25,000 over 25 years and receive nothing. I just don't feel it's the right thing to do, because I can pick that building up and it can go away. I mean,
You know,
I'm just asking
it's
for
your
a
choice.
commitment.
We're not trying to get in your business to, you know, if you want us to improve that street to the west or east of you, you know, I guess we could. Because I think we've had enough new building and new housing inquiries. It probably wouldn't hurt if we'd open those streets up and get them plotted and get them gravelled. But it's been our choice not to do that up to this point.
But I still paid my property tax. You know,
You
so,
you better look at the map before you start talking, because McCartney's building's sitting right on it, his storage containers sit right in the middle of that road. There's 2 hedgerows you gotta take out to make it run east and west.
and the property to the north that's been there for 70 years, there's a multitude of tires and equipment there. It's, and I'm not complaining about my neighbors. There's no issue with me and my neighbors. But my deal is, do you want that building in the town or do you?
It's not
I
our
guess-
choice, Kelly. It's not our choice, it's yours. We're just
I
trying to
don't
be, we're just
agree.
trying to be accommodating as they can. If you want us to maintain up to your building with gravel or whatever, snow removal, we will be glad to do so.
Okay, then that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Thank you. And, because, I just got along for 25 years and thought it was a thing to do, but, I think differently now. So,
Because we're not here to stir any feathers, we're here to try to get along. And
Well-
if that's something that can help you out, we'll do it.
okay. Now, is this gonna be in print that I'm not gonna be charged $2,000 a day for containers?
We'll put a hold on all this till we get something revitalized. Is that property up there, what's the zoning in it? Is it?
Industrial.
It's industrial.
When was that ordinance put in place?
2000.
2000.
2004.
So, like you guys, or probably everybody in this room, I've thought about this quite a bit and tried to look at every angle. And I think we need to take a step back and realize that, you know, and not fault of them, but not every ordinance put in place 20-some years ago may have been the right thing. I mean, we need some structure, no doubt, but they could have botched it. And even though their intent was right, it was worded wrong or the definitions were wrong. And I think their end game was the same as what we all want, which is not to clutter up the town. But there needs to be some better clarification of what's acceptable. And I agree with Ty. I went by the V multiple times, drove it from every direction. And I'm not trying to cave in here, but that's not hurting the thing, in my opinion.
No,
It's clean, it's well kept, it's sitting there nice, it looks like it belongs there. But then we run into this problem of, okay, if they can do it, who can't? And who doesn't want them in their front yard and blah, blah, blah. But
And we.
I think we got two separate problems. And we need to solve them in steps here. We got
no.
the commercial side and then the non-commercial. But I think the easy one is the commercial one.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody wants to junk up their lot with a bunch of ugly containers, I don't like it, but I think it won't be an asset to their facility or their eye appeal of people wanting to shop there. But again, we don't want Highway 36 lined with them. And at the same time, I think this all started when, you guys probably know better than me, but didn't the railroad have a whole bunch of shipping containers blow over all around the Harlan Portis area? And they were selling cheap and they were showing up everywhere. And, you know, you can get a free garage, or not free, but you can get a garage for next to nothing. And here you go. And they're weather tight and they're heavy and they're well built and they work great. But so, you know, again, not blaming 4 councils ago of this, but it was probably a quick fix to a bigger problem that they saw coming. And it corrected one problem, but made 4 others.
Well, and I don't know if you've read that ordinance. And for what the wording is, it's open to anything. The word anything says there anything that is being used other than its stated purpose. Now, you stop and think. That allows anything to be thrown out. You take a boat on a trailer. Technically, it's not being used, it's in storage, it's not being used for what it's intent. That even throws a person's boat out, according to the rules. And that is, how can you allow that? You know, look at the retail people, like you, Chris. You have items that you have in stock, they're your purpose area to be for sale, but technically by the rule, it's not there for stated use. Yeah, I mean, if you really get technical about the rule, the wording is junk, in my opinion. It has to be changed, because you can use that and bring anything into it that you want to. And that can't be allowed.
Our purpose here is to review our current ordinances.
Good.
Try to get things in order to be more appealing to everyone without being too overruling either way.
Exactly.
That's my direction I'd like the council would go and consider. And we're gonna have probably a meeting or two to make different stabs at this.
My other thought was regarding the contractor using them on a remodel, or if a resident of the community has a catastrophic basement flood. I mean, that's a no-brainer. That should, you know, we're here to try to make life easier for people, not charge them $20 or whatever. I don't disagree with trying to make some income off of that, but you know, it's 20. I don't know why we're wanting to ding people.
When they're in
I would like to,
misery.
Yeah,
I would like to suggest to the council to make a subcommittee to work on some verbiage on this. And I would like to be part of it, and I can only have 2 council members to do a subcommittee. 3 is not legal, but just 2, to come up with some verbiages and ideas to bring back to you guys to consider for a new ordinance or modifications to our current ordinance. What's your ideas of that?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be very difficult to sit here and all five of us, or all five of you to sit here and agree on what Tabitha needs to write and then have her write it.
We're gonna have to get it honed in and then agree. Like Chris said, for commercial and residential, it's gonna have to be dealt with differently. You can't lump them up together.
No, I agree.
I think basically residential was the issue.
Yeah,
Just like we said, somebody putting one in their backyard right up against your fence.
Yeah.
And I don't think, commercial, I don't really see where, I mean, I know something could be an eyesore. But in a commercial setting, that's business. I mean, that's,
But then you have Kelly's situation, that's not necessarily zoned commercial, but it's about as industrial level as zoned.
well, commercial, industrial,
Is
anything outside of residential.
right, exactly.
Should be part of that consideration.
I mean,
No.
his ain't hurting anything.
No, it's not.
They're gone, they're out of there.
I mean, even if they were there. But, you know, the instance I'm thinking of in my head, that we allowed a person to put a building, and they put a plastic building over it with metal hoops, and it's sitting in their backyard, and now the plastic's all gone, and now you got a worse eyesore than what you had before. You know, I think that's something we need to avoid when we write this stuff up.
Yeah. We kind of opened a can of worms.
Well, it is, and we need to address it. But I think if somebody, the two council members who are a little subcommittee, report on next meeting and say, hey, this is what we were thinking for the residential side, what do you guys think? Bing, bing, bing. And then we'll have a side for the non-residential, which we can consider all commercial property and industrial, anything that's not residential, whatever, how many zoning classifications we have. You know, we'll just review that and put it down and try to make it simple and see if we can make it apply to situations. And if they don't, we'll be down here just like we are on zone, the fourth reverb, and we're going for 5. We'll go for 6 and 7, if it don't work. What's your thoughts on putting a subcommittee together, council?
We gotta do something to get some traction, get it put to bed, to an agreement with the citizens and everybody.
Everett?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don? Sure. Chris?
Why don't we do a commercial, industrial, you said you're gonna lump them together, do a committee for that, a committee for residential?
Well,
I'm almost thinking, just reading through that third paragraph, where it talks about whereas grain bins. It seems like you could just strike commercial and let everything apply as to residential locations. And I basically think that might have been what we were looking for to begin with.
well, I like the idea that you can take 2 council members and I'll help, or you can just do it on your own and come and make a report on it. Who wants to work on it? Who wants to volunteer to be part of it? This is why you make 17 cents an hour.
Well, it sounds like to me Don wants to lead the charge. He's over there already crossing stuff out.
Well, it seems like that would work.
Well, yeah.
I'll be happy to work on it.
I think the biggest takeaway is to protect the adjoining homeowners that don't want to.
That's a guarantee.
Other than that, it should be fairly simple.
Ty, Don, you'll
Yeah.
work with me on it?
Yeah,
All right,
just let me know when.
okay. Kelly, are you satisfied
I'm
now?
good. My containers are out anyway. It's non-issue to me
We're
at this
gonna,
point.
we're gonna work on this to try to get along with everyone.
Okay,
That's it. That's our intentions. Total intention.
thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. We're going to move into our final part of our meeting, the council reports. Let's hold that. Or you want to go to, let's do our council
Yep.
reports. And then we need to go, you want an executive session,
I think you probably better, don't you?
transportation?
Yeah.
You want any guests? Who's our transportation? Kimmy?
No, Everett.
Everett.
And I'm the manager.
Oh, you're the manager? Okay.
And I'm assistant.
And she's the assistant, yeah.
Chris, you have anything to bring for the council?
You see me?
Yes.
I was thinking about shipping containers.
Oh.
Let's see, fire department, we had a fireman's feed for the retirees last Saturday night, had a good turnout of local people and tried to give them thanks for serving all their years on the department and had a good turnout. I don't know if I reported last time or not, the replacement compressor for the air packs is installed and working order. These winds have everybody on their tippy toes, and fortunately, knock on wood, I don't want to upset the apple cart, but knock on wood, we're in pretty good shape and not having to have any response around here at this point, or very minimal. But other than that, that's all I got.
Okay. Tracy?
I do not have anything.
Dawn?
I just had something for law enforcement. I don't know. I've been here for a long time. And it seems like now people finally are recognizing me and start complaining. Complaints again about scooters on the sidewalks. And noise ordinance from them little dudes, whatever, how big them little bikes.
Roms.
Huh? Whatever. they are.
Roms.
But I've had more than one in each occasion. Somebody apparently almost got hit coming out of a business by a kid on a scooter, and the kid on the scooter almost went off the curb into the street. Now, did we say that we're gonna start rewarding them if they got helmets on? Are we gonna wait, or what are we gonna
That's still
do?
something that's, needs to be discussed and.
Okay.
Now, were you talking about a Grom or a scooter that almost got?
Those little mini motorcycles, those three guys are riding around.
We've had multiple talks with these guys. We've had the, so I brought up to Jamie that we needed to possibly look to getting a exhaust ordinance in Smith Center, not just for the Groms, motorcycles, but for vehicles as well. We've had a problem with another vehicle, a few diesels.
You mean we don't have?
No, there is no exhaust ordinance. There is only a music ordinance, like subwoofers and radios in the vehicle. And that can be enforced with a $25 ticket. But to do the exhaust, we would need a decibel reader as well. And there's just, other hoops we'd have to jump through. And then obviously the language itself and the ordinance. But that's where we're at with that anyway.
Okay.
But we are on top of those guys. I know that the sheriff's office, one of the deputies actually just impounded one of the vehicles for them speeding on the highway, and it was impounded for not having a proper license, Class M license. Other than that, I try to follow those guys around whenever I see them.
You can't be every place.
Yeah.
I have the last few times I've seen them, they're not riding abreast of each other anymore. They're spreading out. But then the other day I saw one do a wheelie for about maybe half a block going down Main.
Now, I have not seen that personally, and I guarantee you I would reprimand someone for that for sure.
Is that illegal?
Don't have any idea.
That's what the hell ever made.
That's all I've got. Thanks, all.
Everett, you have anything?
No, I don't.
Ty?
No.
This concludes our governing body reports. Ty, you want to make a motion to go and executive session for our work,
Yeah, transportation,
transportation for how long?
for 10 minutes.
To go into exec.
Non-elected personnel.
Yeah,
I texted that guy, he said, Bermuda
Hey,
would be a
Melissa.
little bit cheaper than Buffalo, but he's had a terrible time getting a good stand in Bermuda for the last 2 years. He suggested we put Buffalo. So,
All right.
Do you have a second for the executive?